So since we did the last set of Team of the Season predictions, some news has broke, and I'm actually not referring to the Super League stuff. Yeah, believe me, that's just a whole other topic. The news I'm referring to is regarding Team of the Season, and it's the fact that apparently we're only getting 15 items in packs for Team of the Season squads. So with that in mind, in these predictions today, we're actually going to have less players than in the previous Team of the Season predictions. If you want to improve your Ultimate Team and need some coins to do so, you should check out my sponsor, IG Vault. There's a link to do so in the description, and if you use the code Kieran, you'll get yourself a nice little discount off your order. So like I was saying in the intro, in the previous prediction videos, I was doing like 23 plus players, because I thought we'd have like, 20 in packs and like a couple objectives or SBC plays, but for this one we're going to have 15 players in packs, and then the rest are going to be like objective or SBC predictions. But yeah, in the comments below, don't just let me know your predictions for the La Liga Team of the Season, also let me know your thoughts on the fact that EA seem to be lowering the amount of cards that are going to be available to pack. As per usual, do ignore all the stats and ratings you see in this video. They are literally just placeholders, and I've literally just, given every single player a generic upgrade, so don't focus too much on them. Anyway, that's pretty much all we've got to discuss, so let's just get into things. But do remember, we do have less players in this prediction, so I'm fully aware some players are going to miss out. Those are the difficult choices. Anyway, we start with a goalkeeper. It's Jan Oblak. I think this is a pretty sensible choice. Ultimately, Atletico Madrid, they've lost 3 times this year, and they've only let in 20 goals, which is the fewest in La Liga, and Oblak is top for clean sheets, so it just seems like a really sensible pick. Also, in general, it's worth noting he has had a good season. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the world, without a doubt. Following on from him, my other goalkeeper choice is actually Sevilla's goalkeeper Bonner, who also has had a really big standout season. 13 clean sheets for him, and his side have only conceded 25 goals, which once again is a really, really good defensive record. And Sevilla are currently sat nicely in 4th spot, and it's probably not going to happen, but it is worth noting they potentially still could win the league. They are still within a chance. I don't think it will happen, I really don't, but mathematically it is of course possible. And yeah, I just wanted to say that just to highlight what a great season they are having. They've got 20 wins, which currently is the same as Barcelona and Real Madrid, and only one different from Atletico Madrid. So yeah, hell of a season for them. Talking of Sevilla, we do have a couple of their players to discuss as well. Jesus Navas, brilliant season once more for them. It's kind of weird because this guy at one point was flying in the right wing role a couple of years ago, but now he's really established himself as a really, really solid right back. And yeah, he's absolutely killed it for Sevilla this year, chipping in not just defensively but also offensively with 6 assists, and also helping them keep numerous clean sheets as well. So potentially an interesting item right here. Obviously does have that Team of the Year nominee item available in the game from earlier in the year. Sergio Ramos is obviously a La Liga Team of the Season mainstay for most part, but I've got to say, I am not that confident in this pick at all. Ramos has actually missed a lot of league football this year, and although he's had a good season, it's been far, far from his best. So as I say, I am not particularly too confident in this one, but it's just one that I think EA will throw in just because, it's Sergio Ramos. I might be wrong with that, but yeah, I'm going to include him because I think EA will include him, not necessarily because I think he deserves it or not, because I do believe there are other defenders in the La Liga more deserving, but unfortunately they're not going to feature in this video just because yeah, I just don't have enough spots. But yeah, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the possible inclusion of Sergio Ramos. One player who I'm a bit more confident in featuring is Kieran Trippier, who has been really, really solid for Atletico Madrid this year. Another player who's not just been good defensively, but has chipped in with some chances created as well. 6 assists as well for him. So yeah, having a pretty good time over in Spain. And then another defensive option we have is Koundé of Sevilla, another player who has had a very good campaign. Once again, coming back to Sevilla, having a really, really solid year. He's got 2 goals and a assist to his name as well. And yeah, he's just been a very, very solid centre-back option this year. And I think if this card does happen, it could be one of the best centre-backs in the game. I've said on record before, his road to the final item is broken. It's a ridiculous item, and it's still very usable to this point. An upgraded version of that card would be ridiculous. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with this one. Jordi Alba is the final defender in this video. Yeah, strong campaign from him. 3 goals, 5 assists, and also helped them keep numerous clean sheets as well. And just seems like it's been one of his better seasons at Barcelona, to be honest, so that's why we are going for him. Also, I just suspect that there will be a defender from Barcelona, and for me, he's been their best performer in that backline this season, so I'm happy to go with him. Anyway, let's now move on to the midfield, which I promise you is much more interesting, and you can tell straight away. Look at this item. Potentially could be one of the, well, no, potentially could be the best non-icon midfielder in the game if it gets the right boost, because this Llorente card just looks absolutely stacked. 100% has been one of the best players in La Liga this year, potentially even top 2. 11 goals for him, 11 goals for him, and 8 assists is his current record. And yeah, he's been outstanding. Another player who offers really good utility value as well for his side. For Atletico, he's played defensive mid, he's played attacking mid, he's played centre forward, and he's also played out on the wing as well. And yeah, as I say, this card has the potential to be really, really special. So hopefully that one happens, and I feel pretty confident in saying it will. It's just a case of how good will EA make it. Anyway, next up we have Real Madrid's Toni Kroos. Now, this one was tough, because although I do believe Kroos deserves it, it meant leaving out Casemiro, who I also think has had a really good season. But once again, coming back to that point about there being so many limited spaces, I couldn't go for both. I just couldn't find room for both of them. So in the end, I have gone with Kroos over Casemiro, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it go the other way round. Another solid season for the German, 8 assists, 3 goals for him, and obviously many chances created along the way as well. And yeah, he's just a really key part to that Real Madrid midfield. Frenkie de Jong could possibly get himself a very nice looking blue item. He's been ever present pretty much in this Barcelona squad this season. 30 games played for Barcelona, and de Jong has played in every single one. 3 goals and 4 assists for the midfielder, not a bad campaign at all, and as I say, has been ever present in that midfield and has been a key part of their side this year. As we move on to Real Sociedad's Oyarzabal, another team which have done decent this year, nothing too outstanding, but they're doing alright. Their form lately, though, I do have to say, has dipped massively, but earlier on in the year, we're actually looking pretty good. But right now, I'm looking at their record, and they've won like 1 game in like the last 5 or 6, so yeah, that is not looking too great as of late. But nonetheless, Oyarzabal, big season for him. 10 goals, 7 assists, pretty hard to deny him in my opinion. Before moving on to a player who is just such an easy pick, Benzema, 19 goals, 6 assists, pretty big numbers, and has probably been one of his better seasons for Real Madrid overall as well. He's been fantastic this year, and is just, yeah, it's just one of them easy picks for team season this year. There's no way he doesn't get in, and I think we all know that. If, like, even people who don't know about La Liga too much, they know that Benzema is going to be one of the first names on all lists of team season predictions this year. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what EA do with his card, especially since his headliners item is already insanely boosted. This team the season Benzema could be pretty crazy. Suarez is another really obvious pick. 19 goals for him, 2 assists as well. One of the top goal scorers in La Liga, and obviously with Atletico being currently top of La Liga, I do expect them to get plenty of blue items this year, and this just to be one of quite a few in what's been a very good season for them. Iago Aspas at 33 is still absolutely killing it over in the Spanish league. He's 34 this year, which is pretty mad. I remember years ago when he was at Liverpool and struggling, so yeah, kind of amazing to see how he's kicked on since then. Anyway, 12 goals for him, which is decent, but it's the 10 assists as well, which I find to be really impressive. His like goals and assist contribution as a whole is obviously huge, and without a doubt deserves a spot for me, even with Celta Vigo sat in 10th. But without him, I don't think they'd be anywhere near that, so very key player. We then come on to Gerard Moreno, who is who is certainly no stranger to a blue item. He's no stranger to a special card either. He gets plenty every single FIFA, and they've always got really good card stats, but they never really translate too well in game. Hopefully this year that does indeed change. Just the casual 20 goals from him, and 5 assists also, so feel like he is locked in for a blue, and as I say, should be a really good looking looking item. It's just a case of how well it performs in matches. But nonetheless, do expect him to have a nice item, which will either be good in game or will be SBC food, just because that's how things go. Yusuf En-Nesyri is another player who I feel confident in picking up some form of special item. 16 goals for him in this campaign, and once again what has been a good season for Sevilla. Now I will say though, this one looks to me like it could potentially be an objective card instead of impacts, just because of how the item is looking, so maybe this one won't be a part of the ones that are obviously impacts, like I've already said. Anyway, still, he is worth mentioning. But obviously we do have to speak about Messi, because it's obviously going to be another year where he's going to get a blue. 23 goals for him, you know, just casual 23, 8 assists as well in La Liga. Another season for Messi with some just stupid numbers, and yeah, he will be in, like there's no doubt about it. Hopefully it's a centre forward item as well, just because I feel like he's better on FIFA in a central role than he is out on the wing. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say. Messi just doing Messi things. Couple more items to discuss before we do indeed end. I spoke about this in previous team of the season predictions. I'm hoping they do some form of silver star as well, so potentially Pedri could be that pick. Obviously has become a regular player for Barcelona this year, and yeah, just would be nice if he did this kind of thing. And also I do expect to see another set of like flashbacks, team of the season flashbacks, and João Felix came to mind. His player of the month card earlier in the year was absolutely insane. I say was, still is absolutely insane. It's one of the SBCs I regret not doing this year, and yeah, a flashback version of him I think would be very welcome amongst the community. So guys, that's going to do it for my La Liga team of the season prediction. I am fully aware I have missed out a lot of good potential blues, but as I say, with EA seemingly lowering the amount of blues that they're going to give out to each team, it just means that even more players are going to miss out, which is frustrating. I actually wanted to include, I think it's Pau Torres. I also considered players like Dani Parejo, Canales, even Fekir I considered, but yeah, I just cannot find room for them. Varane's had a good year as well, played a lot more football than Sergio Ramos, who I have included. Lucas Vazquez has actually done a really good job for Real Madrid and filling in at right back, so yeah, it is frustrating to leave a bunch of these out, but not too much I can do about that. So please do discuss all this amongst yourselves in the comments. Leave a like rating on the video if you have enjoyed it, and yeah, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.